idiot? Welcome to the stream. We're back with more Slay the Princess. Hello, souls. How are you doing today? And I'm going to run the ads, as always. So I don't have to worry about payrolls, and we'll see how long I'll stay awake. Yeah. Thank you for the hit, pets. Yeah. So if my tracking's acting weird, that's because I switched to the old RTX model. The tracking on that is better, but it's more heavy. Hooray! You're free for now. Now, as we're going to explore this, souls, as you seem to know a lot about this game, you get to help me pick some paths. There's one path I'm going to try immediately. However, if you had any suggestions what I should attempt to do, go ahead. Because I feel like this is going to get very complicated, and I don't think I can find all the paths. That still helps. Still, if you get ideas, and you clearly know more than everyone else. Oh, I should do the event going. Start the event. Let's see how long it takes for Foxy to arrive. One of you wants to stab, the other one wants to do things. 1 minute left till we get to go. Almost there. "20 seconds. Soon as I'm ready. I might as well switch." Whee! Here we are. Let me boot the game at the right spot. The mood lighting up. And we'll begin. So last time we were here to slay her. However, remember how the voice reacted originally? What happens if we leave without knowing of the other being? Oh! Well, that didn't take long. The stream's over, guys. Time to go to bed. Oh. Well, that certainly was something. We finished the game. Congrats, everyone. 95 minutes in. Finish the game. Your ending doesn't count. Apparently, this counts. To finish the full story for the first time, and it's full of crucible have you discovered. Oh, that's useful. You're on the prince. Okay. Captain the Woods. Down to the future, incomplete existence. End of everything. The end is never the end is never. It's a Stanley Parable reference. Maybe. There are a lot of things that we still need to do. Interesting. So clearly things can get very complicated. Okay. Oh. I'm not allowed to continue that one. So if I pick...
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Oh,
do you even know where you're going?
This is different. Okay, so that is just an ending. Huh. I thought the game actually properly reset.
Fine.
Just
I
walk
suppose
away.
you just... Good. What we're being asked, ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's... Your silence is deafening.
Good.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now... There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong... And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, at first it's little... But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realise that those flickers in every direction... Wait, but you're too...
Everything breaks like last
you lose
time?
track of just how long you spend aimlessly...
The stranger?
You're on a... You're here.
Now what if I try to leave now?
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
The contrarian is back, my
The entire
favorite.
world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? The world hasn't ended. What are you talking about? I'm sure... You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this serious. A warning.
No.
Before she will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe ignore him.
Right. It doesn't let me try to leave. Interesting.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of the only furniture of the blade is your. If he wants us to take, no, I've already told. You can't just listen to me. And if you're nothing, because just ignore the
So, Chad, should we take the blade? Or should we not? Do we want to slay the princess this time? Cause last time, Did we slay her last time? I don't remember.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Fair enough, so...
Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Makes sense.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out of the window. Oh.
You walk up to the wall. What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your hand.
Okay, so that still doesn't work.
You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right?
I'm so tempted to throw it out.
Then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want. The door to the basement creaks so nothing here seems to belong. The air here has a... If the princess lives, her voice.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Perhaps?
No.
Yes,
no,
so?
thank you. Oh, don't be such a... I don't want to do this. But we already... And what's that?
Yes?
The fate of else?
We'll have to take some path, let's take the horse stairs.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, physical sensations dull and then vanish.
And then?
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and...
Are you just going to stand there?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. The princess. Eyes. And, why are we here again? You're here. He's just being an ass. We remember.
We are here to slay you.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Yes?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
See?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she... We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over. You said you'd been here before, right? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make...
Contrarian, I liked that idea last time. He doesn't let me stab her yet.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither
They
do
need
I.
to stop
Which is
her.
why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You would always start by stabbing her.
Yes.
Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her.
Calm down, Souls.
Certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart of the back together. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Running out of options.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it? No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
Wonderful.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Running out of
I don't
options.
think what I do really matters, does it? I just want to live my life. I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
you
True.
want to put an end to me? Then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
Well,
This
unfortunately,
is reaching
we
its
don't.
breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Alright. I only have one choice left, so.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
I see that.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. Luckily for all, nothing and everything that falls
Everything
apart.
collapsed.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Right, we're already here.
What are we? We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so Did you do this?
We should help her. How surprising. I didn't actually think it's a little late for regret.
Please.
I'm not going to fix you. And it doesn't even matter. But back here.
There's that. He is. What are we... There's something... No. You're right. Again,
I don't have
I'm
a
begging.
choice here.
it's different now. It feels...
Ouch the mirror. Nothing changes.
Something finds.
I try out of
I'm
dim.
sorry. There are some changes that can. I promise that.
Right. Attack the entity.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight.
Interesting. Oh. Shatter myself.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Damn it.
Nothing as we are. There is no. Bring me.
Make me
She
forget.
asks that you won't.
Let's start it new.
You're on a path. You're here to. Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your a warning, but she will lie. She will. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Now, what shall we do? I was thinking of helping
The
her.
interior of the
taking
cabin
the
is
knife
almost
with me.
entirely bare. The air is stale and the blade is your implement.
Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from. The door to the basement creaked. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
Yeah, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck here. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with. She's so coldly. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always talk.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want.
Dano?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Maybe. We'll see.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
You're right,
I
Sos.
think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm
Good
supposed to be
question.
capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust Nils.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
In a way, yes.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Just a few more questions.
Fine. What do you want to know?
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't,
It's upstairs.
we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
That you're talking of.
Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
As much as you'd like to that, I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
I'll go take a look.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I might as well try.
I'll be here.
I'll be right back, Prince. Sorry,
You attempt
your
to make your way
Highness.
out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Well, thank you, narrator, for locking that door.
Is someone else here?
Yes, the narrator is.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try
Try the door.
but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
True.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard
Right.
the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
And no reaction.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Cause she's not human.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the
No,
locked
we
door.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I wonder how this one reacts, actually.
Stop
Wonder-
that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
You are getting me killed. No, she didn't have the knife. We simply cut her arm and she tore the rest of her arm off. She didn't have it.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Thank you. Do you actually understand?
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Well, for a moment I thought she had her arm back.
Maybe
so?
I'll see you in another life.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Also, Booba.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Thank you.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Fair
This is
enough.
the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And we start again. The prison.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
As usual. Okay,
Oh,
no.
don't you start grandstanding about Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't
Indeed.
trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
What do you mean? Like we'll try to save her each time? Or try to slay her each time? Cause when we tried to save her, we had the quote-unquote good ending. And when we tried to slay her each time, I think we got to the ghost ending.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yep, that does affect things. And I believe you've done talk with the bats. I should have
Those are
taught her
two
anything.
very different questions, but let's say for a moment that if you're back here, the absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly
Liar.
all the more reason. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this, if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Indeed.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's
Just
talk
be
about
quick
the
about
princess.
it.
Who locked her?
People locked her in that basement.
Right. And like wouldn't they slay them?
I'm not Oh. I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes. Right. We're here because we're special.
Special,
Look,
right.
you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Till the reason because I let her. And all she did was to slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that,
Indeed.
right?
The skeptic is right.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Huh?
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
He's just making shit up.
Wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Apparently we
You
do.
mean you're on our side as long
I guess
as
we
we
have
do what you
codes.
tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
I guess so.
I've told you
And what are
everything you
you
need.
telling
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her... Great.
Fine.
Now, if you don't... A warning before you
We
go
also
any
get a
further.
chance to leave midway here.
She will lie, she will cheat, and Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're
Lady.
supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
In we go.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well,
The blade is your implement.
take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the prince. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Indeed, we can always chuck the blade.
You walk. What are you talking?
And
You reach.
nothing with the
There was a
mirror.
mirror, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
In we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her
Right.
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You
And
walk
not-
down the stairs and
Wahoo!
lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
They really went all out. Narrator?
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
I think I get it.
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Fair enough.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Should be where told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The
Right.
situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here
Life?
means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Indeed. Skeptic is again, smart
I
here.
needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Indeed.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Fair enough.
I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Fair? That otter chain is on the wall. Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Tempting?
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Tempting. What happened last? Happened after I died last time.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Loaded?
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Skeptic? You don't know how close you're in being correct. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So,
Maybe?
what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
And if you don't, you do it to
That
us.
doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You were asking about the intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Hey, she kills herself?
Unless she really could survive.
They won't have an issue.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Inspect the
I
shackle.
wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Maybe that
What if he's
helps.
telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Go on.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me?
Very specific here.
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Listen up to mine.
Yes.
Become your own jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
It is true. Did you know that was going to happen to me?
No.
Ah. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You're not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me
Right.
guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
The skeptic is talking with logic.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Fair enough.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Is that how you pronounce it? Lichen?
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Skeptic, again, that does make sense, but we're not exactly alive, per se.
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And?
He phased out.
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Yeah.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, I'm sorry to say this, but you're about to die.
She's gone. And there's that... This... You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I'm sorry, but that has to be done. Give crown. See to the cap.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement whenever you are.
You know that the end of this, once I'm finished, I'm gonna kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I'm ready to go
I
back.
will long for your return. We will meet again.
Alright? Chat? Bring the prisoner to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
What shall we do this time? Will we pick up this blade, or shall we not?
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short... A warning. She will... We're not gonna go... Ignore him. The interior of the cabin is all the blade.
Same as before. So, Jen, what do you say? The blade or no blade? Alright. Let me see how I can fuck this up.
The door to the basement creaked her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it...
Yes? I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Look at me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding they're large and heavy. Far too...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the
All right.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the... If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of... Is someone else here?
Yamater, you're an idiot.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like
If
you
you
were
let me
supposed to.
get the blade.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're
I
in.
heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
And
before
she
raising
starts
her
fighting.
arm as she rips her flesh from her bone. A sound. It's the blade
And
from
the blade
upstairs.
appears out of nowhere.
You're not sure how it made its way down here. Or we could use it to free her. You won't
Yeah.
like what happens if you do that.
Slay the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
Sorry about this.
the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Yeah?
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Yep.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Oh boy, we get to see this one.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Those claws.
Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Yep.
Though
Slay
your
the
nerves are
princess.
seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
And wriggling.
Calm down,
We
souls.
can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
True.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here,
Just
blood
let me
loss
do
is
the
certain to
stabbing.
finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
I run.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yep.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all.
Wait.
It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I saw the long dark. The witch?
You're on a path you're here to slay.
She's gone. Gravity slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely killed her. Am I
I
here
can
again?
assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If you
Lies?
don't remember what happened, then brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we
Opportunist.
can trust him. You know I can hear you. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Final?
Oh, she will love. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Now let's see what we encounter.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a
Hello,
room.
Belle.
The floor is
Welcome.
damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab
We're
of
trying to
mud
get
in the
your
shape of a
endings.
shelf, with a pristine
is
blade
very
perched on
complicated.
its edge. The blade is...
It's the
Take the
blade.
blade from the... Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Under the basement. Yep.
The door to the
There's
basement
so
creaks
much.
open,
I might
revealing
need
a
help with
staircase
that.
dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Will do after this round.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Indeed.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Maybe.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
But what if you lay the princess?
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
I like the tail.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
I know now. I kinda like this look.
Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
I don't get the reference.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you think but I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
So this isn't Gollum.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk
Maybe.
to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
I'm going to talk to her.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
It scared me, okay? Instead of knowing your enough, it scared me. It's got out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
Fair.
And you started it.
I'm sorry about the last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. Well, if you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Fair enough. But don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Not for killing you. But have to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She
Ow.
could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
This is going to get dished out. I know this is going to get dished out. I don't want to trust you, but... So... Take this gesture of my goodwill. I am betting 75% that I'm going to get stabbed.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
I understand.
As do I. I, abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
I know. Let's say 75%. Give her
You're
the
going to
blade.
get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
I like the look of her again. She does. I'm really tempted to say this, but this isn't the right thing to say. That's up to you. So I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it. So now it's your time to choose.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
This is a fair act.
What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
All I can do is that hope that your man persists to the next life.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
That's all right. Time to apologize to suspicious character.
You're on a path in the woods.
She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us.
Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against.
Shut
But
up,
the whole
everyone.
point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of
It's
violence,
fine.
and she just killed us anyway.
I guess it really
It's going
doesn't
to be
matter if she
fine
killed
now.
us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've
Yes,
already proven to her that we
exactly.
can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even
Exactly.
matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other.
Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I
We
have.
know.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the... I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess
Right.
is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly
Ow.
an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Sleeping Beauty, anyone?
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Doesn't matter.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so
Yeah?
hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
Calm down, everyone. Fetch the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched. Might as well take a look while we can. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement.
Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward.
Yes, that's where everything
Go
tends to
down.
be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about.
And there's a basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below.
So, stop being so
The stairs
murderous.
to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been
Shut up,
saved.
narrator.
I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going.
I want to see the
They're only
princess.
thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I wanted to go away out of here for
I
good.
think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now
Aw,
overrun
she's
by
not a beast
briars and
anymore.
prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No? Yeah, here to laugh. I'm here to see if you'll let me.
I want to trust you,
Her grip tightens on the blade.
but you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us, but it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Indeed. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels
Yeah?
like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it.
The right thing.
We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
I was originally going to stab her again to another betrayal. My heart cannot do it.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Maybe.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1.
It's 2 against 2.
I have the final say.
You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I just wanted my blade back.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
He's an opportunist.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends.
Sounds like a plan.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you.
Our blade didn't even waver when he said that.
Yeah, you're right, he's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Don't trust him.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Of course I did.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine, they're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting, we can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Yeah. Cut into the thorns.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted.
Indeed.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance.
We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into the freedom.
Hands
Let's choose
clasped,
some
the
issues
two of
and
you
learn to
open
trust
the
again.
door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
I'm sorry, Princess. The long dark claims everyone.
She's gone. And there's that mirror. This is going to do something to it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Gaze into the reflection. I glittered. Proceed to the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention. All of me is...
What do you think of this for?
We will
Nope, that's...
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart.
Now, this is our ending list. These are the beginnings and the endings. Find the dates. Erasure. Yeah. Each of these vessels have their own stories. And we need to get each and every one of these. And then the spaces between. Whatever the case, there's a lot to be done.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
We have time for one or two more. Bring the two under her.
You're on a path. You're here.
So,
You make your warning. She will... We're not going to ignore.
does anyone have a suggestion what we'll do now? Or shall I do my own evil plans?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement.
There's so many routes that we could take. I do have a few ideas where to go. She was the Torn. She was one of the vessels. I'm gonna go without the blade, I'm gonna go to the princess route and then stab her in the back at the last possible moment.
The door to the basement, her voice...
Hello.
Don't...
I'm here
How
to
many
save you.
times do I have to tell you how...
Wait, really? You're come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
No worries.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist. But I am begging you...
Hi. I hope you brought something to do.
Don't do it.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this...
Thank you.
You're making... No. You're doing... Walk up, they're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's some...
Unfortunately, no. Do you have any
Maybe
other
there's some way
ideas?
to break the chain. Or if that doesn't work,
She offers the suggestion with almost. If we were stuck down here long enough, we were tempted. Is someone
To lock the door?
easier for everyone?
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we.
She barely
And she
hesitates
gets
before
desperate?
raising her arm to her mouth as she rips her flesh from her. It's the blade. Or you won't.
We only have to choose to save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you cut into her. The blade is sharp. Her lip. She didn't know. How is she still?
Thank
So
you.
what happens if
Now
we
let's
just...
get out of.
No, we won't have it as the prince. Wait, watch me.
Ah! If we say that we're going to save her, we can't just take any other
Stop that.
choices.
Your body lunges forward. The blade held low, but stop it.
Or it won't let me take a path I've
The
already
blade.
been to.
Move as your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
We both know this is.
She nervously
I'm sorry.
She plunges it into your chest.
Oh no!
Stay for her sake. Whatever. She doesn't know how to
Can we
use
perish?
it. Apparently not.
I'm so.
With one last.
We died. We're back here again.
A warning. She will.
If only you knew what you did to us, you...
Forget it.
I'm
But he
afraid
is
we have
a
to
last.
smitten.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but don't pay their bickering in. The interior of the blade.
I don't take the blade yet. That's
The
for
door,
later.
but it's a soft.
Hello?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love. We don't even know the princess. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Right?
Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Can I silence the smitten?
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to...
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, or...
It's you! My dashing.
Did you hear that?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes on waiting for you to come back.
That's right, villain. And you killed... Well, only because he made us try...
And you've died before. We damned a whole world.
But everything
Nothing
reset?
resets. You're just somewhere...
Was
Another
extremely
version of
effective.
me was pushed to such drastic action.
That's okay. You were just doing your best.
She took that in stride.
That's because she...
Do you think she has someone like...
She doesn't. I think he's right.
You killed me. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry.
Did we?
We warned her of the
She...
Gotcha,
I'm
gotcha
okay
again?
with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger...
What? No, why are you two...
She didn't care last time.
No, you're right. It's extreme. No,
Rescue the princess?
I can't let you do that. If you take another...
You're what? Take over our...
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contained...
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you.
You see all this?
I can't believe...
I told you.
I'm free. And you're.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful
Luba!
embrace. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there... Luckily for Mr...
Who needs a weapon when we have them?
What do we do now? That
Believe?
sounds perfect.
The princess takes your...
We have each other.
I like to think that you do. Look, I have my doubts.
I will mope about it.
You and the princess... And what happens after we...
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slammed.
That's a film. Did I do that last time? Then you...
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here?
She's right.
Enough with...
Yes,
the...
but there's
you
something
listen-
I'm going to try to do.
Okay. Yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and... The lock clicks,
and the door. Ah, I knew it. Your words are no. You and the princess make your way upstairs. The blade, that's right, there's still a...
Take the blade and slay the princess.
You take the blade from the table, turning its tip towards the unsuspecting princess. Thank you.
Wait. No. You barbarian, what are you doing?
But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and strike. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as the blade falls, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
Oh my god, that's it. I'm going to die now. Wow!
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you
Lady
for
killer.
seeing this through. I know
Slay
it must have been
innocent.
difficult. Oh, I feel sick.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
You know, what if I said that I did this to spite the smitten?
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
Get over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Why does smitten have so much power?
The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
I'm the one who makes decisions here. I say no.
Exactly, you're not doing this.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor.
Oh my god.
You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Everything
What
goes
happens
dark, and you die.
Great.
You're on a path in the woods.
You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
Welcome back, Voice of the Cold.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Voice of the Cold, could you please stifle the voice of the smitten? Please?
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions.
Fair enough.
I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again?
Oh, you just wait and see.
I won't take the
My
blade.
vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Just to keep
Don't
myself
provoke
safe.
him. I prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying.
Why not? You've already done it twice.
Now, I kinda have to agree to that. It sounds more religious.
It was unpleasant. It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
I like the voice of the cold, I must say.
Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too.
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not...
Yes, we need to kill the princess.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed...
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
I'm curious to see what we need now.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful.
I wonder if I could get a similar ending with a different voice.
Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control?
You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off.
It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single...
I'm here to see the princess.
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely
For once,
important
I
destiny...
agree with the narrator.
Oh, wait. The interior of the cabin feels dry
Hello?
and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold
I
up a
see her.
crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're
Yeah.
not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her?
Our beloved. So she does live.
Smitten, haven't you heard that
She
a ghost
doesn't
is...
look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror. That's a mirror. Is this some kind of joke? Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Oh, thank God.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Will do. But there's no
As
door.
if something as flimsy as a missing door would stop us on our sacred quest. Cross the room, find our way back to her, make things.
You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room.
I agree,
whether
so
you can
very.
see it or not.
Approach the
You
mirror.
make your way to the door at the end of the room. It's so hazy.
It's time
the mirror?
for all of you to see what we've become.
You reach
And
forward and
it's
place your hand on the door to the...
So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway.
I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold.
No
Oh,
way
shut
left
up.
to go. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight.
The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again. My love! She's
I
just
wonder
an
what she
old
says.
memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I noticed that too. The music is being loud for some reason.
You
Is anyone
receive
there?
no response.
Do you think she's upset with us? Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
You
Yeah.
aren't helping.
Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
She's down the
As you
stairs.
descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw
Sniffin'?
was a ghost.
Thought we were all on the same page.
Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking
That
lock.
was a loud door.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead.
Have you never heard of a ghost?
Yeah. What is up with you
Oh,
people?
for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Yep.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her?
D-E-D.
Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
I think she's about to burn us.
She hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice, I missed you too, my beloved.
Yep, that's the blade, Belle.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes, seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
Correct.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
She's
There we go.
trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
It's
Going to
okay.
burn.
I'm going to burn too. And then we won't hurt anymore.
She's right about the last part. Burning doesn't hurt forever. The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're
But if
choked
you
by
die
smoke,
now, what happens
and the
then?
air around you grows uncomfortably warm.
We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel.
Bad! I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world.
You're just trying to spoil
Oh,
her.
shut
I'm
up,
not
Smitten.
spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Oh, I'm gonna be the voice of the wild. Hey, Matt. Ask the door.
As you rush up the stairs, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom. It's no use. You're stuck to it. Your skin starts to bubble.
That's
As
violent.
layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours. You turn to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She clutches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit. The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins. But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything.
See? That wasn't so bad.
It was so bad.
But somehow, nothing is so much worse.
I like
Get
the
used
retreat.
to it. There are still the feelings of the heart.
Shut up,
Oh,
Smith.
they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too.
So what happens
You'll make
now?
them stop. Trust me.
The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin. It's very romantic, really.
Man at the
We
head for
got our
faded
happy
spirits.
ending after all. We can die happy.
Oh! Despite us burning. Huh.
She's gone. And there's that.
This... Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and...
Shut up, Smitten.
Cowards. You have to look.
Gaze into reflection. You've unraveled. See to the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the... Do you know it will find...
He dots this vessel.
This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart. Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
This is the last stage before completion. I'm not going back. I'm going to stay here forever if I have
You have
to.
already chosen to walk along this path, and we both know you will see it to completion. But if you need more time, then I will wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
The game actually went and closed itself on me. Okay. That was completely unexpected. I didn't see it for a while. If that's the game you're gonna play, I guess this is the end of the stream for today. Just so many options. And I want to see them all. It's so fascinating. There's so many choices. I've never seen anything so vast. But that'll be on next Friday. Next Tuesday, we're starting a new game. I don't know, Solus. I don't know. But I'm not going to check it now. I'll be returning after quote-unquote forever. That'll be next time. I'm honestly curious where this will go. I'm kinda scared. But I'll see you all next time. Bye now.